President, ladies and gentlemen, picture this, a vast desert that you cannot see the end of it, and you, after 2 days of continuously driving, you have reached to the end of the road. Beyond that, in the desert, you have come to the end of the road. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the road, my journey, my little journey, begins. The journey that I seek for a place very special in Vietnam. It's not outside of it. It's in Vietnam, a place where sand, desert, hard sand will meet with ocean, frozen ocean, the wind that can blow you away, and waterhole and waterfall is so high and so powerful. A place very near to Phan Rang. But the place is so secret, it's so hidden away. Because what? Because it is beyond a desert. There is no road. There was no road. And when I asked somebody, some local here, there, for a way to go there, and they respond like, "You go there along with that lousy bike? You are kidding me?" I say, "No, I have compass." They said, "You are going to get hungry. I have junk food. You are going to be thirsty. Oh, I take with me 5 liters of water. Your bike can run out of gasoline. I take extra 2 liters of gasoline. And then I buy another equipment to fix my bike and I go along." And you know what the worst part in the desert along? There's no telephone signal. If I got lonely, I cannot call anyone. But the good part is that nobody can call me. Even my mother. And that's the best part. So with that eagerness, I jumped on my bike at the end of the road and I ran into the desert. And the first thing happened, I fell. This is very difficult to ride a bike on sand. I lift my bike off and I tried. And immediately I fall again. I have felt for like 5 times, and then I stopped counting. I have fallen for so many times that the kids that live at the end of the road, they gather around and they make a bet about how many times that I have failed. To be viewed as a monkey by some kid local, come on. But then, after 1 hour of failing, one little young girl, he come to me and say, "Hey, clumsy, what? You want to ride a bike on the desert? You have to take some air out of the wheel. To take some air out of the wheel. What's the logic is that?" And then the 7th grade physics come back to me. Okay, the wheel and the sand, the friction. Oh yeah. If I take some air out of the wheel, the friction between the wheel and the sand will increase and it will help my bike go. I do as she said, and amazing. A bachelor of engineer listened to a young lady and it worked. And then I can drive on the sand, on the desert. Again, the wind. And when I ride the wind carrying sand, you know how painful it is if you have one needle itching to your body. Imagine that needle coming from every direction, carrying sand, and hit your body. It hurts. The pain is unmeasurable. I cannot look straight. I have to just ride because I know that I won't hit anyone. And I just ride and slide my head against the wind so that the sand wouldn't hurt my head. I have endured that pain for 2 hours. When I reached to the middle, to the center of the desert. And then, one of the most amazing things ever happened to me. At first, I didn't notice it. It became very small. But I feel a little bit itchy in my hand. And that itchiness growing stronger and stronger. And when I realized my bike have an electric shock, my bike I got an electric shock from my bike. It's getting stronger and stronger, and at the point, it threw me out of the bike. And then I just stand away from my bike, and I didn't know what to do. I was in the center of the desert. I cannot go forward. I cannot go back. I don't want to go back. I didn't want to go back. I couldn't even stay because the wind is everywhere. It's hurting just to stand. You have to move to get out of that hell. What are you going to do? What would you do if you were in that position? Again, the seventh grade physics come back to me. Okay, the bike have an electric positive. If I can connect the bike with the land, that would help. So I bring out one of my water box and one of my tower. I pour the water into the tower, and I place and I connect my bike wheel with the tower and the land. After I do that, I take like 5 seconds. Okay, now I try so that if I can get an electric shock or not. And the most amazing feeling when I touch it, I can touch it. It is not electric positive anymore. It's the great power of knowledge from a 7th grade physics. With that feeling, oh my goodness, all of the pain flowing away. You feel like you are the master of the universe. I can get my bike out of electric. How about that, huh? So I lift up my bike, going on that, and keep going. Wasn't why it got electric shock, but now I know what to do. It is not a surprise anymore. After the next 2 hours, I have finally reached to the end of another road. Ahead of me is the ocean. Behind my back, hotting desert. On my right side, on my left hand, the waterfall falling out. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. I was completely alone there. The tranquility is amazing. You can feel your body talking to yourself, and you know that the nearest person is at least 10 kilometers away from you. After a long road, many struggles, I have reached to the end of the road. And at that end of the road, it opened another journey.